So you're thinking about moving to Great Park in Irvine, California. Well, in this video, we're going to go over the pros and cons of living, working, playing, owning a home in Irvine, California. And you'll want to stick around the end because I go through a current market report on the Great Park, and you will definitely not want to miss it because there's a lot of things going on in the real estate market. Let's get to it. Hi, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, playing, buying a home in Irvine, California, come to the right place. Do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, click the bell for notification, so you'll be the first to know when we upload a new video on Irvine, California. And don't forget to check out our other videos. Oh my gosh, we've got lots of videos, many more coming. We have 2 other videos on Portola Springs. We have 3 on Shady Canyon. We have 3 on Hidden Canyon. We have 3 on North Park. We have 3 on Portola Springs. So many coming, and we'd love to hear from you. What are you looking for? Let us know. Hi, it's Bruce Clark, Coldwell Banker. Been doing this 17 years and absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to make a move in the next 7 days or 70 days or even further out, I'd love to hear from you. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. We'd love to help you make a smooth move. Irvine, California. All right, well, we appreciate you joining us. In this video, we're going to go over the pros and cons of living and owning in the Great Park in Irvine, California. Number 1 pro, diversity. Diversity of people, always a wonderful thing. Here we're talking about real estate, so it's diversity of real estate. You have approximately 10 different builders, so you have a full range of homes, full range of sizes, full range of amenities, full range of prices. You can get into the Great Park for around $700,000. You can also go up to $6 million plus for a home over in Altair, which was a joint development by Toll Brothers and by Lennar, and that's quote unquote across the street from the Great Park. So those homes actually have 3 levels of subterranean, which is very rare here in Irvine. The only homes that I'm aware of that have subterranean are the homes in Shady Canyon, not even Hidden Canyon, which is also Toll Brothers development. Not even homes in Hidden Canyon have subterranean. So there are some subterranean homes that allows you to have additional. You could have a home theater, you could have a big fitness center, you could, big family room, you could have another bedroom if you wanted, theoretically 2 bedrooms. So being able to build in subterranean or going subterranean gives you a lot of flexibility as a builder. Gorgeous homes, beautiful. Again, they're the Toll Brothers especially. You're talking about one of the best luxury home builders in America. And watch our video on Hidden Canyon and certainly the Great Park. And we're coming out with another video, and we're going to talk on additional Toll Brothers product. I just love their homes. So the pro diversity, you have again approximately 10 builders. So you've got Lennar, and you've got Pulte, and you have Tri-Point, and you have all kinds of different builders. What's interesting is you don't have Irvine Pacific over at the Great Park. So if you've been looking at Orchard Hills, or you've been looking at Portola Springs, or some other areas, you see Irvine Pacific as a builder. They are not in the Great Park because the Great Park was developed by 5 Points Communities. And those are some people that, some top executives that left Lennar. And watch my map video and I go into a little backstory, but they left. So a little different. So you get a lot different architecture than you would over in, for example, Orchard Hills or Hidden Canyon or in North Park and Northwood and some other areas. So I consider it very much a pro. The con is the cost, $700,000 up to $6 million. We're probably going to be going up. I think some of those homes are probably a bit undervalued based on the sales in Orchard Hills and certainly Hidden Canyon. But the cost, not everyone can afford $700,000 to $6 million home. So as is typical in Irvine, that's quote unquote a con. For Irvine, the base tax rate is a little bit over 1%. So if you're going to buy a home, for example, over in El Camino Real, maybe a little bit over 1%, that's pretty much it. You're not going to have Mello-Roos, that's an old community. However, in Orchard Hills definitely, Portola Springs, Hidden Canyon, you definitely, and especially the Great Park, you do have Mello-Roos. So what is Mello-Roos? Mello-Roos is an infrastructure bond because what had to happen? They had to build all the roads. They've got, keep in mind, over the Great Park, a pro on the fitness side and entertainment and the outdoor activity side, the amenities. You have 24, I think 25 tennis courts. You have 24 soccer fields. I think 25 if you include the stadium, but 24 fields. You have 10 baseball fields. You have 4 softball fields. You have a lot of basketball courts. You've got the hot air balloon. You've got a merry-go-round. You got a lot of cool stuff. Huge amount of amenities over there. Lots of pools. Lots of great things to do. Someone had to pay for that. So if you're going to build a school, if you're going to put in roads, if you're going to do all that, California decided to have it more local, and that's why they have what's called Mello-Roos bonds, 26 to 35-year bonds. So, let's figure that Great Park was, let's say, for sake of argument, 7 years, so 2015. You're talking at least another 19 to basically 28 years. So expect that to be part of your tax bill. So taking into account the base tax rate of approximately 1% in Mello-Roos, you're at 1.5 to 1.8%. That's the highest in all of Irvine. Now, if you're coming from Texas, you're coming from some other states, that's not a big deal. 1.5 is fairly low because I have a friend who sells in Texas and it's 2.2 to 2.5%. So it's a big number. However, typically their homes are going for $6 million. So let's look at a $6 million home, for example, in Altair, $6 million home. Let's say you're at 1.8%. You're talking about over $100,000 for the taxes. Again, for many, that's a con, but the pro is somebody had to pay for all the infrastructure improvements. So there's a pro and a con. Location. So for many, it's not that big a deal, the location. You're a bit further south. They're farther south than some other communities, and that's typically not that big a deal. Here's the con: there's no retail. There's no retail yet at the Great Park, so you can't go to the store in the Great Park. There's nothing there. There's no hotel. There's no convenience stores. There's no gas station, and that's really odd. You would think that such a big development, they would have that. So the pro is they're building 450,000 square foot retail. They're going to have these little pop-up, kind of like food test kitchens. It's going to be really cool. I really look forward to it. I love to eat, so that'd be fun. We'll take the family over and check that out. But that's a few years from now. So right now there is no retail. They're planning on building about 450,000 square feet of a European style. You're going to have outdoor dining and al fresco, and you'll have some really cool, I think it was some really cool amenities. But it was really odd that was not included in the master plan. Again, watch my map video. I'll explain a few more things about the master plan and how that's changed. Those are definitely right there. Some of the pros and cons. The pro: you're in Irvine, California. 16 years in a row, we've been rated one of the safest cities in America. It's a great place to live. The moderate temperatures today, it's probably 85 degrees, sunny. So I don't mean to be rude, but with the sun, it's sunglasses are required. So probably 85 degrees, low humidity. You have very little in the way of bugs. We just don't really have mosquitoes. And not to say you aren't going to get bit on occasion, but we just don't have the things that you typically have back east. Again, if you're coming from an area like Texas, I'm from Indiana, we'd sit outside and you spray on off, and you don't have citronella candles going. So you don't have to do that here. And that's why a lot of the homes, especially bigger homes over the Great Park, they'll have outdoor, the melding of the indoor-outdoor space. You'll see homes that have very large pocket doors or even disappearing pocket doors, and those are cool. You'll have accordion doors, and so there's really neat architecture. California rooms that open up, and some have multiple kitchens, and so you could entertain and very easily get the food out to all your guests or family, and so some really neat things that come into play with this area. Store-wise, again, because you don't have retail, you're 5 to 7 minutes away from, again, not a big deal, 5 to 7 minutes away from Cypress Village shopping, 5 to 7 from the Woodbury Shopping Center, You're 15 minutes or less to Irvine Spectrum. Huge amount of shopping, dining, entertainment. About 15 minutes. So it's just not a big deal for most people. However, you just can't walk from your home right now to a store unless you want to spend, well, probably a good hour and a half, 2 hours, by the time you get out of the Great Park and get down to the store. A lot of times it's not as a crow flies, so to speak. So Irvine Spectrum has everything you want, and you can find gas, you can find the big stores. You've got a Ralph's and Albertsons, the North Park area. Orchard Hills has a pavilions, and the North Park shopping plaza has an H Mart. So you're going to get a full range of foods and full range of shopping experiences. The Great Park's a little newer. The trees aren't as big as they are, not as tall. They're not as full as you'll find elsewhere, so not as much shade as you'll find over in North Park or Northwood. It's the same thing in Portola Springs, the same thing in Orchard Hills. Shady Canyon's different. You can afford to bring in big trees. I mean, there you're talking about homes up to 40 million. Now the $50 million home was reduced to 40 million. So if you've got 40 million, now's time to buy. So there's just so many things. You're 45 minutes to an hour from Laguna Beach, from Huntington Beach, from Newport Beach, Crystal Cove. You're hour and 45 minutes to San Diego. You're same thing, probably an hour and 30, hour and 45 to Los Angeles. Big Pro. It's just not that far. It's just not that big a deal to be a little farther south. As far as the airport, John Wayne Airport, 45 minutes. I would give myself a little extra time. So let's talk about traffic. Great Park can be 10,000 homes. We're not seeing as much traffic now as we're going to see eventually. There's a bunch of roundabouts in the Great Park. So, where you're coming down and you have to, come off here or, circle around. And so it can be confusing, and it can be a bit disorienting. So with 10,000 people, let's say for sake of argument, everybody's got a car. So you have 10,000 cars. Now you're starting to talk about traffic jams. Now you start talking about increased traffic. So that is going to play a part in some people's decision to buy in Great Park. I don't have a doubt about that. You have Baker Ranch. You've got the 133 not that far. You've got the 55 down the way. You've got some big streets. You've got Jamboree and Culver you can take down. You can take Jamboree or Culver all the way down to 405. You've also got the 5 freeway not far. Again, watch my map video and I'll show the orientation and how far they are from all those things. But when it gets fully developed, we envision some traffic problems. So let's talk about quote unquote being fully developed. One of the things that happens when in a community such as the Great Park, where they're still going to have a lot of building, is you're going to have the accompanying construction traffic, construction noise. You're going to have dust. Expect that for the next good 5+ years. And they're going to build that retail, they're going to build the hotel. So as they continue to build these things, by default, you're going to have increased construction traffic. Not something you're going to see over in North Park, not something you're going to see in Northwood. You have it up at Orchard Hills. They're not going to add hotels or anything. So there's a little difference there. Typically, for most, it's just not a big deal. I have had people that wouldn't buy in an area because they were building. They didn't want the dust and the traffic and the noise. So something for you and or your family to consider. Again, give me a call, send me an email, send me a text message, and I can answer any questions for you. We have floor plans for the homes. We have site maps. We have development plans in the city. We really go in depth about finding out what we're talking about. So whatever you're looking for, let us know. We'd love an opportunity to answer any questions for you. The pro schools have fantastic schools. Irvine Unified School District is one of the best school districts in the country. Rigorous academics, love it. I don't really see a con to that. There are a couple schools, for example, in the map video, Shady Canyon and Hidden Canyon, we talked about uni high or university high. And some people don't want to live in the boundaries where their kids would go to uni high because of competition. It can be brutal. I have a friend who was a doctor. He's an MD, and he went to uni high and then went to UCLA med school. And he joked, he thought UCLA med school was easier. So it's very competitive. Not that the schools are not going to be competitive in the Great Park area. It's just probably not hyper competitive. So, but again, competitive, rigorous, absolutely fantastic schools. So, in sum total, there's just not a lot of time. There's so much to see and do. And when you take into account the fact that it's in Irvine, safest city in America, certainly for its size, past 16 years, excellent school district, moderate temperatures, excellent location, that just makes a very persuasive argument for people to move to Irvine. So I'd love an opportunity to speak with you about your next move. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Irvine, California.
All right, we're on our computer. Let's talk about the market in Great Park here in Irvine, California. So if you ever want any of these snapshots, slides, wherever I'm going to show you the infographics, let me know. I save them all. I love numbers. I love data. It tells a big story, I believe, of where we've been and where we're going. So call me, text me, email, whatever's good for you. Market snapshot, January 1 of 2021, apples to apples here. 709 properties sold, 36 days on market. Basically, it's the time that it takes for a home to sell. Okay, days on market. 709 properties sold. Was up from the prior year, as you can see. New listings were down. Month supply of inventory was down. The 0.12 supply of inventory is basically 3.5 days, 4 days. So if no new homes came in the market, then it would only take 3.5 days based on demand in the supply of homes for all homes to sell. So that's what we're seeing here. So month supply, big deal. Absorption rate. So let's go number 2. Apples to apples. January 1 of 2022 to August 15th of 2022, we saw the sales price go up. I'll touch on that in just a minute. 480 properties sold, 709 properties sold last year. Days on market, 23. Days on market went down. Number of homes for sale went up dramatically. Month supply of inventory went up almost triple. So the average days on market, buyers still wanted to get in escrow quickly, and they were snapping up properties. And that's going to affect the days on market. Even with all the homes that came on the market, also some of the days on market, we started seeing more new homes listed. So that will also affect days on market. And the average sales price, we had some homes in Altair sell. You're looking at 4.5 to almost 6 million. So that's definitely going to skew the numbers. So again, I can pull them out. I can get a narrower range if you're looking for townhouses between $1 million to $1.1 million, or 750, or single family homes from 2.2 to 2.7 million. Let me know. I can pull all that. Now, again, numbers tell a big story here. Keep that in mind as we move forward. The numbers. Let's go May to June. 64 properties sold. Sales price went up again. Average days on market 20. New listings, as you can see here, 76 went up. Month supply of inventory. Oh my gosh, that's a big number. Because if you recall, we were at 0.34 for that range. So now all of a sudden, homes are staying on the market longer, even though days on market. So the supply of inventory, I should say, has increased. People still wanted homes. Boom, jumped into escrow. But we're seeing escrows cancel. Prices are tough. Interest rates, of course, went up. We know about that. We know the effect of that. The affordability rates down dramatically. 76 new listings. Let's look at this. Here's your trend. 76 new listings, May to June. You can see, look at this. New listings down, inventories, month inventory supply up. Days on market again. New home builders and people still rushing into escrow. 48 properties sold down. That's a big number. Yeah, 64, 48. Let's move forward one more month. We're not seeing an increase in properties sold. Days on market has started to increase. Number of listings have increased. There's your month supply of inventory. That to me is one of the most important numbers we're going to see. The month supply of inventory. So right now, if no more homes were listed for sale in the Great Park, it would take a little bit, almost 3.5 months for all homes to sell that are currently listed for sale. Some of the new homes are not listed for sale. There are some people that still try to sell privately. So, who knows the exact number? We never know a truly exact number. But those are numbers that I pull from the multiple listing service. It's where we list all homes for sale. We license real estate agents. So that's what we're seeing. These are big numbers. I'm going to take you to one other thing, and that is just a large number of ways to pull data. And again, I love data. Let me take this off. And so we have, as you can see, just all kinds of numbers here. I don't want to confuse you, but I do want to go here. I think this is important because we're starting to see a leveling off. This is crazy. I mean, you're talking about 27% over a year, and year over year. That's just not sustainable. We see it with meme stocks. Bed Bath and Beyond and AMC. They were going like this, and you go like that. I'm not saying the real estate market's going to do that, but this is simply not sustainable. Now we're starting to see this leveling off. I think we're going to continue to see a leveling off. I think what we're going to see is we're going to see homes stay on the market longer. Let me go back here. Homes starting to stay on the market longer. More homes are going to come for sale. Number of properties sold will probably start declining a little. I hope I'm not confusing with that. But I still think there's any mystery here. Affordability's gone down. More sellers want to come on the market. They want to take advantage of the high prices. Where they're going to go, I don't know. I helped someone sell that just started renting. He felt that it was a good time to sell. He'd gone through the downturn in the 2006 to 2008 market and just didn't want to do it again. It wasn't my advice. It was his advice. I think timing the market can be difficult. I've been doing this 17 years, and I've seen people that made a lot of money by timing. I've seen people lose money by timing. But I do have people that are selling. I have some people that are selling. They want to take advantage of the tax breaks. So, and then they feel they can get back into the market when they feel that it will decline. So, again, this is not economic financial advice. Consult with your attorney, your accountant, please. But I want to show you the data, and this is what we have. If there's any questions about it, again, you want to copy the snapshots, let me know. Love to send them to you, and I'd love to help you make a smooth move. Irvine, California.